Okay, so this is the next video in terms of my playlist on how to go out there and optimize your LinkedIn profile. So this is part of my playlist in terms of I think I recorded like already 6 or 7 videos on how to go ahead and update your your resume for product manager roles. It's part of my entire YouTube playlist. So if you're watching it down, by the end of it, like let's now talk about how to go ahead and get your resume to your LinkedIn. So, and then the next video I'm going to go out there and cover is cover letters. Are cover letters important? You'd rather have it not needed versus you need it and you don't have it. So we talked about like the overall templates. We talked about optimizing for the ATS. We talked about the description. Watch all those previous videos. Don't skim out on it because you're definitely like you're ultimately wasting your time applying to more jobs if you don't have a resume that's optimized for the ATS and definitely not optimized for the recruiter. So assuming that you've gotten all that stuff done, let's go ahead and actually talk about your LinkedIn. Most of your product manager roles right now is going to be found on LinkedIn. Why? Because when you're looking up posts, you will go ahead and see that companies, hiring managers, they're utilizing LinkedIn more. Like this was like, principal product manager payments, Walmart, product manager role, product manager role, product manager role, product manager role, right? Product marketing manager role, product manager role, contract management, right? More and more of these roles are going to be showing up there because you want to know why? There's been so many layoffs that essentially speaking, like a lot of these resumes are not going through the ATS. So you still need to have a good resume for the ATS and it's got to be optimized for the recruiters and it's also got to be ironed by the hiring teams. But if you can't get through to them that way, another way is actually reaching out to hiring managers directly on LinkedIn or messaging hiring managers directly when they're posting up for a job. So with that said, a lot of people got butchered basically like Q1 2023, still haven't found work yet. Let's go ahead and talk about how to optimize it. So this is actually one of the guys that's in my program. Okay, let me go ahead and show it to you right now. Okay, here's what I would recommend for people. Okay, Venmo. So if you guys seen Dennis's story, you guys will actually go out there and see like testimonial right here, right? That's Dennis. Okay, so have like a frontward facing photo. And this is actually very important because I tell people this. Let's just call out like a company that, people know about, like Google. Take a look at like how their product managers actually have. Go to 10,000 employees and go to all filters and go to product, right? Manager. And just go to search. Okay, and just take a look at like how all their how all of their backdrops are. Let's just start off from the very top. Number one, frontward facing photo, nice big smile. Don't do AI photos at all. It is like AI photo, ugh, yuck, cringe. No. Okay, have a nice sunny backdrop. Something with water, Amalfi Coast, think Hawaii, Caribbean, something that doesn't resemble tech. The last thing people want to go ahead and see, is something like this. Cold, dark, depressing. I actually saw this as some dude's backdrop that was in my program. His homie shot up to 18 interviews a week, just changing this thing up to Thailand. Like, yo, dude, I'm already stressed out enough from work. I'm not trying to look at desert, So just do yourself that bit of a favor. You'll see an increase. Another thing that you should go out there and do is very simple. Your name and product manager. That's it. Not senior, not direct, just product manager, because we want to open up to the most amount of roles possible because we want to put the most amount of interviews onto your calendar. When people say like product manager, like senior product manager director or like product manager / program manager / project manager / unicorn hunter / it just sounds like you just need a job. Okay. Now, in terms of getting a job, something else that I want you to That green sash right here that says open to work, remove it. That just makes you look desperate AF. You know, you see those people that post up open to work on LinkedIn? Oh, yeah, I'm open. A lot of people are open to work, yo. You know, you ever see those restaurants where it's just like, yo, come down to, you know, Lena's Clam Shack. It's been in the neighborhood for 70 years, yo. Like, we can't just let a piece of history just die out like that. You know what ends up happening? They end up dying out anyways. It's true. We all have that one that one shop in the neighborhood, right? Yeah, like I grew up in Monterey Park, California. There's tons of freaking Chinese restaurants I love growing up that didn't make it. And you know what happened? As sad as it was, you're not that sad about it after like 3 weeks because something else comes by. It's just a fact, you know? So don't have the open to work. It just makes you look desperate and it just makes you look like you don't have options. And at the end of the day, people want to just hire value. You got to think about yourself in the restaurant business here, okay? You want to think about this as like the restaurant game. You want to know who's crushing it right now? Restaurants that are making themselves more expensive. Anybody that's ever grew up in a Koreatown knows this. There's the Korean town. There's like a Korean barbecue restaurants, and there's just like Korean all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet next to Korean all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet next to Korean all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet. You want to know who survives? The most expensive Korean barbecue restaurant. You want to be the most expensive Korean barbecue restaurant in Korea, in a town that's got nothing but Korean barbecue restaurants, on a street that has the most Korean barbecue restaurants, right? So the open to work sash, like, okay, keep it on there. Has it been working out? You think people don't know? I hate to be brutal to you like this, but trust me, hate me now, love me later. Okay? Have your company name here. And then here's the other thing that I think people really need to recognize in terms of their education. On your education at the very bottom, like I have mine's Loyola Marymount University, that's actually where I went to school. If you did a certification program at like a Stanford University and you got like a data analytics certification there, or you got a project management certification at Harvard, don't do that. That just pisses recruiters off. It's like I scrolled down and I was like, you went to the University of Connecticut. Bro, you went to UConn? And you like try to con me saying that you did. This is swipe. Recruiters are the most angry people you will ever meet because they're underpaid, there's no room for upward mobility, and they do not give a shit about you, and they know they're going to get laid off, and they definitely will get replaced by AI. So any aggravation that, you know, anything that you're doing to piss them off, you're only adding an aggravation tax onto your tab, and you don't want that, right? So remove that, okay? The next thing here is you want to do the about us. ChatGPT this, or the better thing to go there do is just remove it. Nobody reads it anyways. Now, all of these roles just have the about us for the role. So if you just go to Wayfair, everybody knows what Wayfair is. You see this overview, you copy that, and then you add it here. You do not want to have your resume description bullets onto these positions, and I will go ahead and tell you why. Because those resume bullets might change for whatever reason, and then you update it there, and then you don't update it here, and you know what ends up happening? There's inconsistency, and any inconsistency, they're going to go out there and mark you off. That's another thing. If your title says one thing on your resume, make sure your title says the same thing on your LinkedIn profile. If your dates say one thing on your resume, make sure it says the same thing. You don't say like to present, and it's just like, oh yeah, 9/24 on your resume. Like, if it said, it doesn't matter. There's ways to go out there and play with it. I'm hosting a resume review every Thursday, group resume review every Thursday. You got to make sure there's that level of consistency across your resume and your LinkedIn. Otherwise, you will go out there and get knocked. Next things is basically this. You got your education here and then skills. Product management's at the very top. Product marketing is in the second. And get as many people to endorse you as possible. Okay? Get as many people to endorse you as possible. Languages, put whatever languages that you know. Organizations, you have your organizations. And then other than that, I'm going to be talking about how to go out there and post up more LinkedIn content to get more product manager recruiters to reach out to you. But it's not so much about things that you're doing. It's about like things that you should not be doing. And most product manager roles right now are being posted on LinkedIn. So when I'm searching for posts and I'm going for product manager, most of these roles are here. So a lot of times so many people are so focused on the resume, but they're not focused on the LinkedIn, is that they will see your LinkedIn profile before they even see your resume. And if they even like your resume, here's another thing too. You got to make sure that your LinkedIn handle is on your resume, because if they see what they like, the first thing they always do as a recruiter is click on the LinkedIn URL to see if you're a real person, right? You want to go ahead and do that. Last but definitely not least, put your work authorization status over here. I know it's such a hot topic, but like, we're living in some crazy ass times. Like, it won't steer you any other way, but it saves the recruiter time to just figure out whether or not you're a US citizen, whether or not you're a green card holder, whether or not you're on H-1B. They will want to know that. And then like, nobody else would say it, but like, yeah, recruiters thinking about it all the time. So it's like, yeah, but if I say I'm on H-1B, are you getting any interviews now? Not. Meanwhile, my people are bagging 25 interviews like a week. So make those changes. The next video that I have is basically the cover letter. Yeah. Keep watching. It's part of the playlist. Subscribe to YouTube. Schedule the call.